I understand that most of you watching this video have probably had feelings of not being able to get to that next level in life. Whether it be in your fitness or your health or your finance, you just can't seem to be able to put in the correct amount of effort to get the required result in whatever aspect in your life. And I get it, because I've been in that situation too. That's why I need you to listen to me very carefully. Around 92% of people fail at accomplishing any big goals that they have for themselves. And a lack of knowledge to the root cause of this is why you are waking up stuck in the same position and situation in your life. But there's a simple protocol that consists of two pillars that are used by the top 1% that allows them to make success in any metric look effortless. And I've used this same protocol that allowed me to get results like this, and this. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I remember when I personally started my self-improvement entrepreneurship journey around 2 years ago, and I was clueless as to which direction I was going to go with this. Now, a lot of you might think that the reason why you can't achieve success is because you aren't smart enough or you don't have access to the right information. Well, no, that actually is not true. The reason why you can't achieve success in any metric or endeavor is because of your lack of ability to focus. Now, the first pillar that this method consists of is what is known as a dopamine detox. Now, a dopamine detox is where you cut out certain behaviors or habits like scrolling on social media, eating junk food, just things that trigger a very high level of dopamine in your brain. It causes your brain not to crave the high level of pleasure that it derives from certain tasks. So, for example, if you per se eat a lot of sweet, your brain is constantly getting a spike of dopamine, which is causing you to derive a lot of pleasure from this junk food. So that's why someone who's used to eating that diet, who is trying to go vegan, they're having a very difficult time just eating salads and eating foods, and they're a lot more likely to quit and go back to their bad habits. Now, the way that you do this is you identify certain habits that trigger a pattern of high dopamine release from your brain, and you cut these behaviors or habits out for a short period of time, maybe 2 weeks, 7 days. Then you reset your brain's base dopamine level. Now, once you start doing dopamine detoxes, you realize that you derive satisfaction from the difficult things that you need to do that are actually going to help elevate you to that next stage in life. And it also causes you to have a lot more focused whilst doing these tasks. And it's a lot easier for you to enter a mode of what is known as flow state. When someone is in a flow state, it means that they're completely immersed in one task. They may not even notice the time that's passing or think about why they're doing the task. They remain hyper focused on one singular task and they pay attention to nothing else outside of that. And it's a lot easier for you to achieve any goal or accomplishment that you want to have. Now, the second pillar to this is your environment. Now, imagine you're at school and you're studying for a big test the following day. Now, most of you would obviously think staying at home for most likely the whole day, and I'll just be reading up and I'm going over notes and classes so that I'll be able to, pass the test the following day. Now, imagine you try to study for this test, but instead of staying home, you go to a party. Now, you go to this party, loud music, people dancing, people drinking, screaming, and then you're upset wondering, why can't I focus and study for this test I have tomorrow? Now, obviously, anyone with common sense would think that that makes absolutely no sense. But it's the same thing when your environment that doesn't allow you to be able to focus on your work or your task. You need to move from that environment and go to an appropriate location where you just have a lot more mental clarity and focus to complete whatever task you have to do. Like take myself, for example. Sometimes I'll go different rooms in my house, or I'll leave my house altogether, go to, let's say, an internet cafe or a mall. There's anywhere where I can sit down, and this change of scenery causes me to be able to come up with better ideas. It does help you to focus on a task more and enter a flow state. So now that you understand why focus is so important, I'm going to give you some actionable steps and share with you a protocol that you should do for the next 2 weeks so that you can detox and reset your brain's dopamine levels. Now, the first thing you should do is delete all social media apps from your phone that you don't need. If you're on Instagram, Snapchat, all these different social media platforms that you don't have a large following on or that you don't use for business, just go ahead and delete all of those. The reason being is that all of these apps are designed to steal your attention and keep you on their app for as long as possible. You have multiple different apps fighting and competing to grab your attention. It just makes it harder for you to focus. And even if you need a platform for, let's say that you have a brand that you have to keep, I'm sure most of you watching this have a laptop, so whenever you need to post, go on your laptop and post it on there. And if it is so inconvenient that you just have to have some of these apps on your phone, then what you should do, this is a feature on Android, I don't know if it's on iOS, you can go and hard press on the app and press hide apps from home screen, so that whenever you unlock your phone, you can see the app and you won't see the big number pop up with the notifications and all that, but you can still search the app and then press the link and it will bring you up into the app. The next thing you can do is either mute all notifications from these apps or put your phone on D&D altogether, so that way whenever you have your phone nearby, you don't get distracted by all these bell notifications going off, and that way you can focus on whatever it is that you're doing. And the next thing is that for the next 2 weeks, I need you to limit your phone screen on time to just 1, maybe 2 hours a day. But like I said, most of the work that you should be doing should be from your laptop or your desktop. So you really have a need to be using your phone. Along with the fact that if you use your phone too often, sometimes it just becomes nature to just pick it up even if there's no reason to. I don't know if this has happened to any of you guys before, but sometimes I'll just pick up my phone just out of sheer instinct. And I don't have anything to do on there. So limit your phone screen time to at most 2 hours, preferably 1 hour or less. Okay, so now that you've understood how a lack of focus can really hinder you on making progress to your path of success, it's also important that you have a clear understanding of what goal you actually want to accomplish and work towards. For example, a lot of you want to make money online, right? Picking the correct model is crucial for you actually getting success, especially as a beginner, because picking the wrong model will absolutely destroy your chances of success. Now, if you want to know what the best way is to make money online in 2024 as a beginner, then watch this video here where I explain exactly what that is and how you can do it.